Dude, how does it feel?
It's weird, dude.
I wanted to do it. I was when I pulled up.
No, it's weird.
When I pulled up, I was like, where should we do it? Should we do it in front of, like, you know what I mean? And then I saw your face. I was like, no, we're gonna make
shout
this.
Shout out to Floyd, man, Mendoza. You put my face on a wall.
I was like, we're gonna put you right in front of you.
How the fuck am I supposed to feel? It's dope. It's
dope as fuck.
The way I was describing, I was like, it's so weird because it's like the mural is itself, like the artistic.
Yeah.
The art that came behind it is dope as fuck, but at the same time, it's me. So it's like, it's this weird.
It feels like
weird.
You shouldn't be on there?
Yeah. No, it feels like
you get imposter syndrome for a second?
Yeah. It's like it just feels weird saying that your own portrait is, damn, that's really dope. It looks really cool. And it's like you. It's like, it's weird. But it's cool. It's fucking dope, man. But it did that with the spray can.
It looks dope. So that's why it feels like imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
what you don't want is you don't want that Dwayne Wade statue reveal.
Oh, dude,
did you see that?
They did that. Yeah,
they did him dirty, dude.
They did him dirty.
They did him dirty, and you can't be on there.
Do you remember the Ronaldo one?
Oh, I didn't know.
So Cristian Ronaldo
had
one done. And same thing, just butchered it, bro. Bad, terrible. Like, insert Ronaldo statue here. Like, it was so bad. Like, they had to redo it. Yeah, they had to redo it.
Did they do like a ceremony?
Yeah, dude, no, it was a big deal. Like,
when the Dwayne Wade one was when it was happening, you could tell they were laughing inside. They were like,
it was the same thing. It was kind of the same feel. Like, you know that the artist just didn't nail it. But it's art, dude. Art, I don't know. Art is all subjective, you know.
But also, like, you have millions of dollars.
It's true.
Somebody needed to approve. Somebody needed to be like, do it again.
Yeah. Somebody's like, man, that version may not be the one we need to go with.
The fact that homie was able to pull up and get this good on a spray can on a Saturday,
dude,
you know what I mean? And they can't get Dwayne Wade's statue right is a problem.
It's true. They did that with the spray can in like less than like 4 or 5 hours, man. It's crazy. Shout out to Floyd, man. That's a homie.
Shout out.
He also did the Debo in the back of and he also did our Tupac mural.
Oh, so he's getting it.
Oh man,
I should get him on the pod.
H-Town. He's actually, I think he's moving here, which is dope.
When I first saw that, I thought you were doing H-Town, and I thought he put grills on you.
Yeah,
and I was about to be like, yo,
that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy,
dude. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to Houston.
Also, anybody that thinks that I'm just throwing up a gang sign, I'm not. That's an E for East Side. Just
East Side Austin.
Just putting that out there. I don't know if anybody knows that.
Do you live on the East Side?
Yeah, I live down the street, which is
crazy.
convenient as hell. I never have to fuck with 35. I kept my teaching job for like 10 years, so I didn't have to fuck with 35. Like, it was crazy. Like, 35 is just nuts.
What's your Austin hot take on 35 getting that expansion?
My hot take is I'm a little bit different. I'm a little bit different because, like, I'm spoiled. Like, I've been spoiled to where I'm located to where I never have to get on 35. So, like, it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really affect me. I'm not making a commute anywhere and everywhere, but I know a lot of my close friends, my employees, even my GM commute every day, and it's nothing good. It's all negative. Like, the infrastructure, I don't know. I think Austin has a lot of improvements to do when it comes to
infrastructure.
Yeah, infrastructure.
Yeah, I mean, because the boom was giant.
Dude, it's insane, and they're still building.
So they're trying to catch up to the boom.
Where are those people gonna park their cars, dude? Like, it's just like, I don't know.
But I think the underlying conversation about the widening of 35 is if you're an Austinite, like a true Austinite, you're like, I don't like it because it means the city's losing what it was or what it is or what it is sold or whatever, right? And
but there's also studies that have been done on highway expansions like in California, and that show that it's made zero improvement to like the speed, the timing of traffic. So I don't know. It is what it is.
Well, it looks like from the renderings, it looks like they're trying to put like parks over that shit. And like they're trying to do all this crazy
down
shit.
Like, so I live right off of like MOK and airport, but the MOK and 35, like, they're closing that off to like do the part, like the crossover, or like the highway crossover. That's gonna be shut down to like build a park. I think it's gonna look beautiful, but like, I don't know. I don't really. And then
there's the other side of the argument is if the city's growing, that's a good thing because then it'll be an opportunity to create more culture.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, so it's a blessing and a curse.
I'm not an Austinite, so I'm just here. I'm just here for the vibes.
It's a blessing and a curse all the way. Like, I'm not gonna talk shit at all about a city that I love. I know that it's changed a lot. It's allowed my business to thrive and grow. It's a double-edged sword, right? And we can talk about that. I mean, gentrification. I've lived in East Austin since my whole life here in Austin for 25 years. So like, I've seen a lot of change, and
remind me, you're not originally from Austin,
no,
right?
I'm from South Texas. I moved here right out of high school.
Bro, there's a lot of people from South Texas here, I've noticed.
Yeah, I met quite a lot more, I guess. I mean, but like, it's very very seldom that you're gonna meet OG Austinites. They're unicorns now. It's crazy. Shout out to all my OG. But I've been here for 25 years, long enough to where I've made Austin my home. It's my home. I've seen all the change.
So you rep Austin now?
Oh yeah, I rep Austin. I love Austin. I rep the East Side straight up. Like, that's my hood.
That's how I am in Houston.
Yeah,
I rep like Second Ward all day.
Yeah, I'm rep East Side all day.
It's gonna take me a couple more years for me to be like, nah, I'm on Austinite now.
Yeah. No, I think there is a threshold. Like, I don't know what that threshold is, but like, in a city that's changed so much, I feel like if you've been here long enough to see the skyline change, I think you're okay to rep Austin. Like, I think you're like, nah, you're an Austinite. But OG Austinite's probably like, nah, fuck no, whatever. But
I feel like such a poser sometimes because like, I came to Austin for a big job, and it's been doing well. But I already had this podcast in Houston, and the most Austin thing you can say is, hey, I'm in Austin and I have a podcast and I'm an influencer, all this shit, right?
I think there's a lot of that.
I was like, but I'm not doing that because I didn't come to Austin with the hopes of doing that.
Yeah.
I came to Austin, I already had that.
You already been doing it.
I've been there.
You already been doing it.
And in Houston, you don't kind of get those vibes. Houston's a very different city, and I rep Houston through and through. But people will see everything that I do, especially in this kind of setting, and they're like, "Oh, you're so Austin," and I'm like, "Nah." To be honest, like, I still don't feel like I'm from here. I feel like I'm a visitor still. So like,
I fuck heavy with Houston too. Like, me and my wife have a place there. We got our graduate degree, my wife's PhD, my MBA there. Like, I fuck heavy with Houston, man. We get a lot of love from Houston. Shout out to H-Town, man.
Shout out to H-Town, man. Yeah, it's I still feel like that's where, even though I live here now, I'm like, that's my, like,
that's home.
Yeah,
it's home. And it's so different, right? Like, Houston is very, very different than Austin. And I love, there was a point, I can remember very clearly, there was a point where when I moved to Austin, I was like, wow, very diverse. I like this shit. I like it a lot. It's changed over the last 5-10 years, but that's one of the things that I love about Houston is the diversity. I love it. And then obviously we can talk about food, we can talk about all of that. Like,
Houston is the New Orleans of food,
bro. Like,
sorry.
Austin doesn't hold a can. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
That might be a hot take.
Go for it.
Austin ain't got nothing in regards to the food in Houston, especially Mexican food. I tell people that if you man, I might get some heat.
Yeah, be careful, dude. Yeah. Be careful.
The ops watching.
I tell people New Orleans food impeccable, right? It's like a staple in
heavy
not American culture, but like the South, like the whole thing, right? Houston is to Texas in regards to food, what New Orleans is.
Bro, Houston's got the best food.
It's like,
in my opinion, the best.
It's not even close, dude. And then San Antonio, like people from San Antonio would be like, no. Like, San Antonio's got its own thing. You gotta like really go, and they do. They do have their own thing. That big red barbacoa shit go hard. You know what I mean?
And that's kind of sort of like the further south you go, right? You start getting into that stuff. But H-Town, mix of everything, good shit. Like, I mean, you could spend.
And you know what I love about Houston is we don't give a fuck. There's this I saw this thing online somewhere that was like this two guys, this Filipino guys. You know how like the churches and the Popeyes sometimes like plug into the gas stations?
Yeah. No,
right?
For sure.
So like there was a churches there, and then I guess their lease ran out or whatever, and they left. It still looks like the fucking churches or whatever.
Really?
They were like, fuck it, we'll take it. Two guys took it, have a like couple smokers in the back, and they make
barbecue.
like fusion, like shit. And they're like, fuck, Houston. We don't care about any of this shit. Like, bro, like we know what we're doing, and we're going for it, bro. They make
That's dope.
They make brisket fried rice. And it's supposed to be like one of the best. It's supposed to be like one of the best shit. Like people are talking about it like that. Right out of a gas station. Like just like connected to the gas station, you have some of the best food. Like they're getting interviewed by all these people. Like brisket fried rice.
One of my favorite fucking things. Whenever I get to go to Houston and go, hang out there. The last time I was there, we saw the Stros and Yankees series, and the Stros got their ass kicked. And it seems like every time I go watch a Stros game, they lose. It's
Damn,
terrible.
you're bad luck,
yeah,
dude.
it's terrible,
You're
bro.
bad
Like,
luck.
I can't go back. I can't go there anymore. But anyways.
Now you got to break the curse.
Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Like, one of my favorite things to eat in Houston is banh mi. Right?
Yeah.
And I can get it anywhere at multiple different locations for like $6, $5, $6, $7. I'm not paying. I went to this place in Austin for banh mi, right? You can't find it a lot, but like some places have it. Yeah. I'm not paying fucking $18 for a fucking banh mi. Like, that's just like an insult, and that's the shit that pisses me off. Like, was it good? It was good. It wasn't great for like $20 for a little banh mi sandwich. So like, shout out H-Town. Shout out to H-Town.
It got you a little salty for a second.
Ah, bro, it pisses me off, man, because I can get like a better, bigger sandwich for like $6, $7, $8.
That's
like,
how I feel about Mexican food.
Shout
here.
out Simply Pho in H-Town. Simply Pho. That's my spot.
That's how I feel about Mexican food here. Because sometimes I'll go places and I'm like, okay, let me get this, and I'm like. Yeah. I get what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Especially if grandma's in the back, I'm like, look, charge what you got to charge. I'm gonna pay for it. But also, like, shout out to Gorditas Aguascalientes in Houston, because like you go in there and it's a vibe, and again, it's tied to the.
All right, just by the name, I'm sure I can tell it's fire.
It's tied to the carniceria. It's like so. It's just like again, they just don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, we can make some good food. Like, we don't need a brick and mortar. Just like, man, we're right here, aquí mero. Like, right, like, let's do it. Like,
so,
you know what I mean?
So switching topics.
Yeah, let's go for it.
And we're switching topics. So you came from Houston. I was creeping on your page a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about it. Let's talk a little bit. So
you're
a musician.
I'm all over the place.
Did you play music in Houston too?
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, Juan is also a singer-songwriter, plays all these instruments. Like I was impressed. I didn't know this. And like what I think is really cool is because I'm a musician too, or I was before I opened the gym.
I just learned this. That's amazing.
Before I opened the gym, that's what I did. I taught and coached, and then I played music for 20 years here in Austin. And I thought it was really cool to find out that you were a musician.
Yeah,
so you did it in Houston?
Yeah, I did it in Houston. I started playing. So like this is my pod.
Yeah,
but I'm not supposed to talk about me, right? So I was a professional dancer first. So like I was in the like b-boy culture, like breakdancing, and then I was a ballet and modern dancer. Ended up in the circus. So like I was doing that I was touring with that from about 16 to like 23, 24. In that process, I like would be on tour and would just like have like a little guitar with me,
or whatever,
and I would just play around. And I never thought to myself like I'm trying to be a musician for a living. I just thought to myself like I just like have this as a little hobby. Like I'm running around. I like being creative. Like and this might help me understand like the art form of dancing better or whatever, right?
Wow.
And then I just kept doing it years. And then one of my homies from school. They have a band and they're real serious into it, and they have their own studio. Like they've slowly built up their own studio, and I fuck with them heavy, right? Because again, Houstonians, like we don't give a fuck. We're like just like, look, if we want to do it, like let's just do it. We don't have to go anywhere.
We fuck with you.
Yeah. So then one like randomly, I think I joined their blues band just as like a couple gigs just to be around.
Yeah.
And I would play some songs for them every now and then they'd be like, no, bro, let's record. And then like slowly it started like materializing itself into like, yo, you could do this.
Yeah.
So I put out a whole project, a whole album like a year and a half ago, and then I put out a five song EP like a month and a half ago.
Awesome.
So and again, it's all singer-songwriter stuff. Like I recorded mostly everything on my own. But yeah, man, thanks for the
dude, I thought it was awesome. I was like, oh shit, another musician. Like you can, like it makes sense to me that that I fuck with you, right? I'm like I was just like when you pick up vibes from people every day. Like I think people. You're gonna know really quickly if you vibe with somebody or not. I feel like like you just know. Facts. Like you just like, all right, you cool, but like I don't think we'll have like a long-term relationship type thing. But we can pick up vibes. And I was like, man, that's why I was like, oh, he's a fucking musician too. Like I get it. And like
so let's do some music.
I miss music, man. Like.
ACO's this weekend, big music weekend for the weekend.
Big weekend. The next couple weekends, the gym's gonna be popping.
Are you avoiding the crazy, or are you participating in ACO festivities?
So like ACO is something that I think every person should do once. I think everybody should do it once. If you've never been, just do it. Just do it. Get the ticket. Me and my wife have done ACO like for the last 15 years in a row. Like
you've gone to the festival?
Yeah, like it's just something that we've done every year. And as we've gotten older, when we were younger, get us to the festival with all the people outside on the grounds. Like, let's go. Let's have a good time and, like, whatever. And, like, the last, like, 5 years, as we've gotten older, we're like, and this is like, nope, this is not a flex. This is just what happens with age. Like, I was like, I don't want to be in the crowds anymore, so let's just splurge on getting the VIP so that we can have, like, AC restrooms.
I was just talking about that yesterday.
Like, I was like, nah, bro. Like, I want to be able to sit down. I want to be in the shade. So, like, the last 4 or 5 years, we've gotten the VIP tickets, which is nice because you're not in the crowd and stuff. But
it's still kind
big
of a
weekend.
Flex,
I'm not trying to be a flex. It's just, that's what happens when you get older.
I know. But I'm the same way. Yeah. Because for me, and this would be my hate. This will be my hot take.
Yeah.
I don't tend to like festivals all that much. Yeah. Because by definition, like, I gotta be there all day.
You do.
And, like, I'm like not. I'll look at the lineup and I'm like, there's only like 4 or 5 people I want to see.
Same. Like, even with this current lineup, there was literally probably like 4 groups. I'm like, okay, I wouldn't mind seeing that, but it doesn't. To me, it's not worth the amount that I'm gonna pay. I don't know. It's just weird.
And because of the fact that I'm a musician, I'm looking for something I'm like trying to see somebody very specific. And usually they're not the headliner.
Yeah.
Usually they're like,
dude, that's crazy.
Bottom of the lineup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because when I was heavy into, like, my music career, like, we would go to ACL, in mid 20s, late 20s, early 30s. To find that new group, and we found, like, I've discovered so many new bands at ACL that I ended up falling in love with, but, like, I just don't have the energy anymore. I don't. Like, I don't. It's hot in the sun. Like, sometimes you're lucky if it's cool, but, like, I just don't have it.
So, man. Are you going this year or no?
I might go on I want to see Latin Mafia play. They're one of my favorite groups.
I'm gonna catch you at Sabrina Carpenter, though.
Nah, bro.
I'm gonna catch you at Sabrina Carpenter.
No
shade. I'm gonna catch you with the Sabrina.
I might be there, bro.
Just a video.
I want to see Fied Latin Mafia. I wouldn't mind seeing Doechii. Like, but yeah, I wasn't really too.
Doechii's probably gonna light this shit up this weekend.
Oh, dude, yeah. No, it would be dope to see her show. I don't know. I part of me feels like maybe I'm just becoming an old head and just like, I'm not too thrilled with the lineup. But there's always like 4 or 5 bands that I want to see. Like the headliners this year, I think it's just like, it's not.
Jungle was here last year. I wanted to see them.
Yeah. Just leave it to them. Leave it to the youngsters. Like it's their festival now. I think we've kind of circulated into like a decade generational thing,
Give me your music hot takes. Do you have any? I have a lot, actually, since on the musician side of me. Give me your musician hot takes.
When I was heavy into the music, I definitely had a lot of hot takes.
Do you have like some hot takes that like will get people riled up? I do.
Oh, let's talk about. Let's start there. Okay, go, and we'll go. From there.
Let me see.
Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of some now. You're putting me in the hot spot, but like I'm trying to think of some now. But I'm sure something will pop up. So what's a hot take?
I'm gonna give you. I
love talking about music.
I'm gonna give you my top 3 hot takes that get people pissed off.
And okay, so before we move on to this, just to set some sort of like, I'm gonna. How old are you? Right?
I'm 33.
Okay, 33. Yeah. I got 10 years on you.
Okay,
right?
Okay, gotcha.
So like, there's gonna be a little bit of a difference in regards to the music that we probably we probably grew up listening to the same shit because we're musicians.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be from Texas.
And from Texas.
So we'll see. And we're both Latino. So like,
both Latino.
I'm super grateful for like my household as a kid. I come from a really musical family.
Yeah.
So if there's one thing I'm grateful for is the exposure to all sorts of music. And I like, again, I'm kind of going into it. So like, I feel like my generation, we grew up in the absolute best period of music. Like we got to see the 90s.
That's your hot take right now already.
Yeah, like alternative come through. Like, dude, I was 13, 14 listening to Nirvana and Soundgarden and Pearl Jam and all, while at the same time I'm from Texas, so I listen to George Strait, right?
Yeah.
I'm Latino, so I listen to Intocable, Ramon, like so like my household was like, I'm so grateful for being exposed.
Facts.
So I lived in a household with everybody, like 11 motherfuckers in my house. My aunts, my tias, my mom, my grandma, my sister, my uncle, everybody.
Yeah, so
and
diverse.
Like, they were 80s babies. So like, I was also exposed to The Cure, Depeche Mode, I'm just very great. Everybody. Like, and it was awesome. Like, and I have. Yeah, I'm just real grateful for that.
So I'm gonna go for it.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna give you my hot takes, and if you come up with some other,
yeah.
First hot take that I have.
And don't be offended if I have no basis or knowledge.
It's all good. It's all good. It's mostly for these people.
Yeah.
For whoever's watching, you're gonna be like,
yes. Okay. Let's
they're
go.
Gonna be like, oh, this guy's going for it. this might not be a hot take other than just like it is an opinion that people can debate, but like I think had Selena not died, she would have been bigger than Beyonce.
Dude, I was in 6th grade. I'm from Corpus.
Yeah.
Selena was like Selena was
Queen.
it. And I remember I was in 6th grade in PE, and I remember this day like it was yesterday because we weren't in the gym that day. They took us to the cafeteria to study health, right?
Yeah.
Announcement, the announcement on the PA system came out. Did the whole announcement about like, we regret to inform you our
damn at the school. That's how big she was,
dude. They stopped school.
The only time that I've ever seen that happen is 9/11.
Yeah,
think about that.
That's wild.
Think about that.
That's wild.
Think about that. The only time that I remember that happening at school where they had to stop everything was 9/11.
So
that's how big it was.
How old were you when 9/11? That happened in 2001, 2000, right? 2000. How old were you?
Yeah, I was in 4th grade when that happened.
So I was in my freshman year here at UT. So like I can remember. But anyway, so Selena, right? Corpus Christi, Queen. My uncle played with the Dinos. He was a trumpet player. So
Fire.
so like a lot of real big connections and like, I remember that day like it was yesterday. And I bigger than Beyonce. Probably. She was on that track. She was on that track.
Because she was already crossing over.
It was the first crossover, bro. Or like big crossover album.
Well, the thing about Selena for me that I think is incredible, and I don't think anybody's ever done this, is that she reversed crossover. She got big outside the U.S. first, and then came back in. You know what I'm saying? Like Selena was not accepted for Tejano music at the beginning when she was growing up. But she went to Mexico, and Mexico fucks with her heavy. So like like in that Rio Grande, but like and that other side, like she was touring outside the U.S. more successfully, and then when they accepted her, then she was touring here. That's why the Astrodome show was so important for her, because it was so big, because she had already been doing all the work outside of it, and then finally people here were like, no, she's our queen, and it took that long.
It's nuts,
so
dude.
she did like a reverse crossover, whereas most people get big here, and then they're like, how do we break out to be an international act?
Dude, I think that's a really good I think that's a really good, like, it's, I think that's a really good.
So I think the fact that I Could Fall in Love was coming out, and that she was breaking over, and that she was starting to hit that Celine Dion vibe, and that she was trying to really go for that, like, no, like, I make Tejano music, bidi bidi bam bam, whatever, like Como La Flor and all that shit was like Mexican adjacent, cumbia adjacent, Tejano adjacent, or Tejano straight up. Like, now I'm gonna hit you with that Celine Dion. I got pipes, bro.
She would have also gotten the beginning, and who knows for how long, of the beginnings of social media, right? Like, she would have been around at the start of Facebook.
And think about it like this: her direct competition in the States,
all of that.
Her direct competition in the States would have been Aaliyah. Would have been like the R&B acts.
But at that time, Aaliyah was like 15 or 16.
Well, I mean, she was. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I could easily have it. You know how like now the genres blend?
Yeah.
Bro, I could have easily seen Selena do an R&B
easily,
hit.
Right? That would have been really
I could have
cool.
and then I could have easily seen Selena be with like feature on like Kali Uchis.
Yeah, dude,
and like, you know what I'm saying? I could have easily seen her on a Karol G record.
That's a good one, man.
I could have easily seen Bad Bunny feature Selena. I could have easily, you know what I mean?
All of them.
And then I could have easily seen
even
her like
maybe like she fucks with some bachata with Aventura.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
she would have been the biggest artist ever, dude, like in the world.
That's a good.
Period.
That's a good one. That's a good hot take. It's not. I don't know who would.
I don't know who would dispute that.
I don't know who would dispute that.
But I genuinely think like if you wanted like a stadium ballad, if you wanted an Adele level hit, she would have given it to you. If you wanted that crossover like mixed with the Latin artist, she would have given it to you.
She played at like my middle school. Like I wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like
dude.
she played at my middle school. Like, and then she just like skyrocketed. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a real good one.
Second hot take. I think Beyonce is better than Michael Jackson.
Bro, come on. No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I fuck heavy with Beyonce, right? Ace Sound. She her. I after Lemonade, but come on, bigger than.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I didn't say bigger. I said better.
Well, better.
Okay. Better.
If it's better, like a better artistic. But
she's a better artist.
That's different. Okay, if you're talking, like talent wise,
let me give my case.
Okay,
let me give my case.
Yeah, but Yeah, Michael Jackson. Dude, I fucking love
I love Michael Jackson too.
Michael
Look,
Jackson.
Let me.
I had the Thriller jacket, bro, when I was like 7 or 8.
Let me preface this. As a dancer, I still know all the Michael Jackson dances.
Yeah, okay. I respect that.
I could get it. And my favorite Michael Jackson tracks ain't even the popular ones. Like
the deep cuts.
I give you deep cuts, bro. I know shit about Michael Jackson.
At Blockbuster back in the late 80s, early 90s, bro, I would go to Blockbuster and rent the VHS making of Thriller type shit. Like there was also another one that he did another sort of like movie, like the Do You Remember the Time? There was also another couple of videos that he made.
Oh, he was legendary.
Okay, let's go. Okay, better artist. So what does that mean? Better artist.
I'm a Michael Jackson stan. I like my favorite song from Michael Jackson is like Butterflies. He bought that song out from Floetry. Like I know deep cuts. Like Michael Jackson
respect.
Is I know shit about this
where
dude,
does
right?
Define better artist.
Okay,
Yeah,
so here's what I mean. Let's take the discography. Obviously, Off the Wall, Thriller, incredible start, timeless. Thriller, most biggest selling record of all time. But I think Off the Wall is arguably maybe a little better than Thriller because Off the Wall's got that R&B disco shit or whatever, right? And then when you look back after that, Bad is dope. Bad is dope because it's got Black or White, it's got Dirty Diana, it's got you know what I mean, like it is dope. But then after that, so you get a 3-album run that are just impeccably iconic.
Man, I thought I knew music.
You know what I mean?
I want to be knowing music.
Right.
Shout out to.
But then you get Dangerous and you get Invincible, and even though there's some bops on there, Dangerous has got Dangerous. I think it's got Blood on the Dance Floor. Or then actually, Blood on the Dance Floor was a separate record. But Invincible has You Rock My World. You Rock My World was incredible.
Rock my world. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So you have those runs. However,
mind you,
the through line of all of those albums is that Michael Jackson tried to stay the same the entire time. So at the beginning, it's incredible because he is bridging the gap. Look at this flying here. Yeah. He is bridging the gap between that disco to that like mainstream super pop artist, right? But his sound stays the same. It's iconic. It's iconic the entire time. But then his sound stays the same all the way through. Right, even at Invincible, You Rock My World is a derivative of that. Right?
I will agree that towards the end, like the last handful of albums, the sound didn't change too much. But
he's not taking a lot of risk, and as an artist, he's not taking a lot of risk. He's just like, this is who I am. This is what people fuck with me for, and
this is what you're gonna get.
And this is what. And mind you, it's an incredible.
Yes,
But then you take a Beyonce legacy,
just
right,
everything,
and you do this. You go through all of the albums, and you have. I included the Destiny's Child run because she's
Jackson 5, right? I think that's why I include the Jackson 5
100%, 100%,
and then
100%, right? So you included the Destiny's Child stuff. You get that 90s, you get Say My Name, you get all this like influencing.
No, not Scrub. That's TLC. What was the other one?
So you get Soldier, you get you know what I mean.
Soldier.
So like you get all those things, right?
All the bops,
and then you get her
Club
solo.
Bangers.
And then you get her her debut. You get Sasha Fierce. You get 4.
Yes.
Then as you go through that, you can tell that she's like trying to stay in that pop diva realm.
Yeah.
But then you get to Beyonce's self-titled, which is she broke records for that maturity there. She's talking about a whole bunch of shit. Then you get Lemonade, which was
that shit was
like the fact that she changed the game by just dropping it silently.
Dude, well,
and
also
no promotion,
the way she did it with the Coachella. Or was it a lot like that?
Yeah,
dude,
that
was
incredible.
Amazing.
So then you get all of these. You get the Lion King thing, and then you get Break My Soul afterwards, whatever. And then you have this recent Renaissance, right? You get Act 1 and Act 2. Here's the difference. Beyonce took her stats, you could tell that she and her team are looking at who's listening to her music, and then they're saying, okay, we have these kinds of fans. What do those kinds of fans like outside of me?
She gave it to him.
So then, so then you see, there's a lot of the LGBT like stands of Beyonce going to her shows in New York specifically, and she says, okay, what do they like? Well, New York underground EDM is influenced by old school house, old school techno, old school. I'm talking like, just real down to earth. Okay, so instead of trying to like replicate it and just try to like imitate it, she goes and gets producers that have worked on that for forever,
the right people,
and says, no, this needs to feel authentic. So when you get a Break My Soul, it sounds like, you know, she's homeless, right? Like it has the same
house,
that house, that underground house vibe that in the 90s, early 2000s was hitting the underground like crazy, right? And it's so authentic.
Yeah, those
and
90s, that house stuff was
that 90s
so
house
good.
shit
There
is
were
so good. That beach house shit is so good.
So many hits, dude.
So then you have
many dance hits.
So she knocks it out of the park, and it feels authentic. And then you get to Renaissance, and then you get to that country record, and she's pulling through her roots. The entire time she's switching, she's genre blending, blending, and it feels effortless. But the entire time, she's still a top 40 act. By the time that Invincible happened, Michael Jackson's a legacy act.
Yeah.
He's not.
I guess you're right.
You Rock My World.
I see that. I respect that.
You Rock My World is not hitting is not hitting number one. It didn't hit number one. Beyonce can drop a track tomorrow and it'll be number one. When she performed at the Super Bowl and Texas Hold'em came out, she hit number one. So like her entire career, she's never stopped being relevant. She's not a legacy act yet.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers was a legacy act. They were touring like crazy. The Beatles were a legacy act. The Motley Crue, legacy act. Like you could name all these bands.
Did you ever listen to 80s stuff?
Oh hell yeah, bro. Yeah, like you can listen to all these people that Guns N' Roses legacy act. Like there's some people touring right now that are making Elton John,
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones. Like there's bands out there that are making bank on stadium tours, but they're
Eagles.
But they're doing stadium tours off of records from the 80s. They're legacy
catalog,
acts. They're legacy acts. Beyonce's
evolving.
last stadium tour was primarily Act 2.
That's crazy.
And then they had some like throwbacks or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But like it was promoting her new album. New like legacy acts can't do that.
No, I agree.
Like,
I think you've in regards to artistry.
So if Michael Jackson
you're probably right.
In the video for Michael Jackson's last, the documentary or whatever, whatever, I forgot what it was called, but the entire time he's prepping for the show, it's all off the wall thriller, bad, and a little bit of some new shit.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And Michael Jackson at the time of death, and this is not a knock. Again, I love him.
At
the time of death, if he was working on new music,
you were
it
also
wouldn't have hit number
dancer,
one.
So I can see you have a lot of respect for
you know what I mean.
Michael
So
Jackson.
if he was working on a new record, it wouldn't. I'm not sure it would have hit number one. And I'm also, if it did get top 10,
King of Pop though. King of Pop, bro.
Even if he would have done top 10 or top 5, if that record hit like that, I'm not sure that he would have been able to go on tour and only play that record.
Yeah.
He would have had to play the other stuff. Whereas Beyonce doesn't have to play Love on Top.
Yeah,
Beyonce doesn't have to play at her show tomorrow. She does not have to play Soldier or Say My Name She doesn't have to play any of the stuff that happened before 2010. If she
I have
doesn't
a question.
Want to.
Because I like talking about this topic with some of my friends, and we always have conversations about this. So thinking about the artists that we love, right?
Sure.
Artists are artists, bro. They're not all the best people on the planet, right?
Right.
Are you able to separate the artist from the art? Come on,
yes.
Michael Jackson,
yes.
R. Kelly, all of the other ones. So
I'm able to separate it, but there are times where who the person is was so tied to what the music was that whenever the person changes or when you find out something about that person, it does something.
It's
in
hard
real
sometimes.
Time.
Sometimes it's a challenge for me because
like Kanye West is really hard for me.
Yes, dude.
Because I don't fuck with him at all.
I'm also like a 90s baby, bro. Like R&B, I fucking love R&B. I love R&B.
Oh, I do. I
too. Love early 2000s R&B, late 90s R&B, 90s R&B. So like, fucking R. Kelly had some bangers, bro.
What's the Step in the Name of Love?
Bro, he had some bangers, dude.
That song is so good.
Yeah, so like it's an interesting conversation. Like me and my buddy Ty, we talked about it yesterday on our way back we took a little trip to Vegas and we were like
Fremont.
It's like and we were just like, justice was served, right? I think, everybody got, justice was served. Are we allowed, are we now allowed to listen freely? I don't know. But that's why it's an interesting conversation.
So here's 3 points on that.
That's why it's an interesting
conversation. Because I've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
One, there's nothing wrong if you decide, hey, I don't want to support that or whatever, right? But I also think there's a distinction to be made of listening to it and going and watching a show. So that's a distinction. Because here's the thing.
Yeah, like
most of these big recording
Kanye anymore.
I don't fuck with Kanye at all.
I don't fuck with them anymore. And I did.
I don't listen to so that's a good example. I don't listen to any Kanye music. However, I will say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is probably one of a top 5 hip hop record of all time.
He still dropped College Dropout. Like, I mean, like, dude, like, it's just, but not anymore. I don't, so it's just,
so I don't fuck with him. But some of these artists, it's interesting because they don't tell you any of this. Some of these artists, their contracts say that whatever streams get paid, like, so whenever they get paid from streaming, the record label mostly makes that. So like the record label gets most of the profits from there, so they might not get a lot from it. So if you listen on Spotify, you could be technically supporting him, but you might not be supporting him as much as you think. If you go see a show, most of that is going in their pocket. That's definitely. So then that's a distinction. So that's like it might be a cop out to some people like that are like real like don't support. I
thought of a hot take.
But it's that. The second thing, this isn't new. And this isn't.
I agree.
This isn't exclusive to music. And chances are
that second part,
And chances are you probably like. There's a lot of people that are really headstrong about not supporting Kanye or Chris Brown or something like that. That also support music or art from other places, and those people are assholes too.
You
know what I mean?
Good point.
So this is not exclusive to music.
It's not new.
There's a if you knew
designers. Artists, painters,
not even that, bro.
Creatives, whoever, like just people in general.
We'll take it even all the way back, like fashion. Some of y'all's favorite designer brands. Those CEOs aren't necessarily the best people in the world. You know what I mean? If y'all think it's bougie here, but like you go to Italy and those people are snobby, dude. So there's that, and that's not even way past that. Historically speaking, Mozart wasn't necessarily the best person. Bach wasn't necessarily the best person. Like there's the people painting the cathedrals, where like Da Vinci, Raphael, like if you look at who they were, like they're all complicated figures. Writing, Ernest Hemingway was a misogynist. Ernest Hemingway.
These are all just facts.
Ernest Hemingway wrote some of the best novels for young men at the time in the 20s in his time alive. But he had a very complicated relationship with women. He had a very complicated relationship with alcohol. Right, Hunter S. Thompson, the same. Like, this isn't exclusive to music. So, like, if you're gonna draw the line and say I don't support him, then there's a lot of really great art that really paved the way for American culture and the things that we support now that are driven by very complicated individuals.
Like I shouldn't feel any sort of. And it happens, like, we play music. Obviously, we play music every single day, and like, I'm bobbing my head to some old school Kanye. Like, I shouldn't feel bad about that. Even if I don't fuck with them anymore, right? Like, it's just it's an interesting dynamic.
So that second point of mine is really important for people to realize because this isn't like, for me it isn't new, and I like art history, so like I research all of that, and I get real nerdy about it. So I'm like, like there's like art everywhere that is very complicated, and like
people just see it,
and in a lot of ways, in a lot of ways, it's more. It makes the art even more augmented, and here's why. Because art is supposed to be a reflection of the human condition. And by definition, we are complicated figures. The reason that we gravitate towards people that were very important is because they're complicated, not because they are perfect.
Not because they're good humans.
Let me give you outside of art. Martin Luther King. Everybody knows who Martin Luther King is. Everybody loves him. A pillar of American history. He was a raging adulterer. Like, he cheated on Coretta Scott King all the time.
That's crazy.
All the time. Right? And there's quotes about Coretta, who was shout out Coretta, because she's like, this is a show you the strength of these kind of women. There's a quote of Coretta where she, in some way, shape, or form, acknowledges it, and I don't remember the quote exactly, but she essentially, in essence, says, who he was as a person is more important than what he did to me.
Oh, wow.
So like, people are complicated.
Yeah, people are complicated.
You know what I'm saying? So she has a complicated relationship with him, the person. Yeah. But we have a relationship with him, the idea.
Yeah, I also
and she understands that and says, you guys still deserve him. even though my relationship with him is not your relationship with him.
Isn't that wild?
You know what I'm saying? Wow. So like this isn't new. If you want to draw the line at Kanye or you want to draw the line at Chris Brown, then you have a lot of awakening to do in your history.
A lot of thinking about,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That being said, I also don't fuck with Kanye because he's gone too far. I get like iffy about Chris Brown even because I'm like you know.
I'm right there with you, man. So, like and funny Kanye thing. Like so, I'm a sneakerhead, right?
Of course.
And I remember, you know, I had a sneaker plug that allowed me to get every single Yeezy that came out. Yeah. Like, and I got them just because I was able to get them. All of
what
them.
You rocking
all
right
the,
now?
No, we're chilling with the Sambas.
The Sambas.
But like,
that Bad Bunny Samba collection coming up.
I have a couple of them. Shout out Bad Bunny, man. We can talk about that too, which is awesome. But so like, funny story. So like, I had a shoe plug, had every Yeezy, the limited ones, the ones that were hard to get. I had them all.
Got it.
And you know when shit kind of went a little weird with him, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I can't really fuck with Kanye anymore. I remember I made the choice to sell every Yeezy shoe that I had to help me fucking start this gym. So like now I don't have not one single pair of Yeezys.
I never bought any Yeezys.
Yeah, I did, dude. Like I fucking like I
never bought any Yeezys because I just didn't really like them, and because I had a problem with Kanye even before the crazy. I had a big problem with Kanye even before the crazy because you can't, and this goes to artistic integrity. You can't put out a song like All Falls Down, and then when you decide to pivot to fashion, you want to become the next Louis Vuitton. If you wanted to really empower the black community, you can look at the stats. Yeah. The black community, like black men and women, are graduating college at a higher rate than most people. Black women specifically are graduating college at a higher rate. They're becoming bigger, better professionals. You have Ketanji Brown Jackson, the Supreme Court. You have Michelle Obama. Like, there's stats out there that show that the black community is really, really, really committed to higher education and being in places that they haven't necessarily been in. That would have been the perfect opportunity for the Yeezy brand to turn itself into a fashion mogul. If he really wanted, instead of trying to be the Italians and try to be Amiri and try to be Bottega and try to be whatever, right? Like, in that kind of, he could have easily been like, no, fuck that. I'm cool. I'm the coolest person on the planet, and I'm gonna make slacks and professional and professional attire for the brown and black working professional coming out of Spelman, coming out of HBCUs. Y'all need to rock with my shit because y'all. I'm for y'all. We out here. We're gonna be the next senators and blah 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 and this and that. And I'm making clothes for y'all. So don't go buy Ferragamo. Don't go buy red bottoms. Don't go buy Louis Vuitton. Buy Yeezy shit and make it cool. Like, it would have been the perfect opportunity, and he did it.
He didn't take it.
He didn't take it. Even that, from all of the money that came out of that, he could have gone and really done what he said he was going to do for Chicago and made the Little League uniforms and this, and he could have, like, the Gap thing was a good, like, step in the right direction in my opinion, because it would have gotten you closer to the thing. But he's so obsessed with being cool that he missed the plot. He forgot why we liked him to begin with, because we identified with his struggle. And now that he's Kanye Kardashian is what I call him, right? Like, he loses the essence, and he's so far into this, like, I'm a genius, that I'm like, dude, you missed it. You missed it. You could have been the American fashion icon, and instead, you know, Jaden Smith just got, you know, the Louis Vuitton gig. Pharrell had the Louis Vuitton gig right before. Why y'all want to be over there trying to be over here? You could have been the ambassador. We could have gotten other people from other places saying, like, how do we partner up with Yeezy? How do we partner up? You know what I'm saying? True. He could have been. He had the right place, the right platform, and all he needed was the right music at the right time, mixed with the fashion. And here I mean, it would have been. He would have been bigger than everybody. Like, arguably, he would have been bigger than absolutely everybody. In the same way that Rihanna's Fenty made her a billionaire. Yeah, he could have been bigger than that. Like,
she needs to come out. She needs to drop a new album.
For real.
She needs to drop a new album.
But she over there is just having fun being a mom, bro.
Yeah, she did. She is.
That was my beef with him even before the crazy, the crazy. Because I saw him.
I'm impressed, dude. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with. Like,
I saw him as like a vanguard, like a pioneer in a space that was previously like that had no territory for people that came from where we come from, and for him to like butcher it, and then for all of us to realize in real time that he actually doesn't know anything that he's talking about, that he's not, that he doesn't read, that he's not historic, that he's not that he doesn't know history, that he doesn't understand things past his ego. Like, it was such a letdown to to see. You know what I mean? But anyway,
let's switch topics though. We're talking about Kanye. You're a guitarist, right?
Yes.
One of my outtakes was that I thought of while we were talking about it. It's like, so I love Prince. I think Prince is one of the most underrated guitarists. I think he's in the conversation easily top 10, top 5. I think so. I think he's an amazing guitarist. And how do you feel about who did you grow up listening to? Or who were your influences? Who were your influences on guitar?
So I, like you, the range of my musical like tastes are everywhere. Like from Hispanic, Latino to like, and I get real nerdy about it. So
that's awesome.
As a guitarist,
I'm a drummer. So like obviously
got
Bonham, right?
Oh, okay, cool.
Like love, like he was the one that was just like
Neil Peart,
shit, Neil Peart,
Rush,
fucking Tool. What's his name?
I know that man, that Tool, bro. Anima is so good. Bro. Anyway, John Blackwell is the drummer for Prince, and Sheila E. was the drummer for Prince for a second. As a guitarist, my influences are kind of all over the place. As a blues guitarist, my influences are Stevie Ray Vaughan, B.B. King, Derek Trucks. I think Derek Trucks is one of the best guitarists in the world. I think, actually, I don't think this is a hot take for guitarists out there, but Derek Trucks is the best guitarist alive right now, period.
All right.
Period.
I got to see Buddy Guy.
Buddy Guy's incredible.
I got to see Buddy Guy in Chicago at his bar, at his place.
Buddy
and they recorded it live, and I have the album and stuff.
Yeah,
like, that
Buddy
was
Guy's
really
fantastic.
Cool.
His polka dot guitar is iconic.
Buddy Guy is also the bluesman that came out on Sinners, by the way. For those that don't know,
that is true.
He was the one that came out at the end.
Yeah.
And that was the club that I got to see him at.
Oh, nice.
That was really cool.
Nice. Really dope movie.
Yeah, amazing movie.
Dope movie.
Oh, I can also talk about movies all day.
Too,
That's how I wind down is movies, bro.
So then, but I also
you're a blues guitar. You like
I like blues.
You like blues.
So I play a lot of my taste when I play is blues influence.
You play slide.
I don't, but Derek Truck plays slide. That's why I'm like, he's the best of all time. I wish I could play slide, but I can't. Funk guitar though, Eddie Hazel from Parliament.
Yeah.
From Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah.
Easy. Prince is up there.
Prince,
obviously.
Man. Yeah,
I agree with you that Prince is top.
I think he's underrated. I just think he's underrated. I think he's an underrated guitarist.
But I think so. Like, there's a guitar solo that's out that people like reference all the time. He plays with.
Yeah, I know. He plays with.
He does
While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
And people like tote that as the best thing.
Solo. I watch it every now and again.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
However, I think he's a better rhythm guitarist than he is a lead guitarist.
Lead guitarist.
Because there's a whole bunch of regs. See, this is how deep cut I get.
Yeah.
There's obviously Prince, great, like, the Dove's Cry, Little Red Corvette, the hits or whatever, right? However,
Purple Rain.
There is deep instrumental albums, like deep cut, where he records instrumental albums that are genre specific. So no voice, no nothing. It's just him and his band. He has a couple jazz ones, I think, and then he has like a whole bunch of funk. Full albums,
really
like 10, 12, 13 songs of just them go. You would think they're like demo, like backing tracks.
Wow.
But they are so good, and he is ripping on that on the funk sections of on the rhythm sections of those guitars, and that's where I think he shines. That's where Prince is like fucking like.
What was your first concert you've ever seen? Your first live concert? Do you remember? I have a pretty funny story on mine.
I have one. I do remember the first one that I've ever seen.
That you remember, or that you like, the first concert.
It's gonna shock you though.
No, go for it. Mine might shock you too.
Mine was Bone Thugs.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I saw Bone Thugs in Harmony at House of Blues in Houston. Yeah.
Damn, how old were you?
I was like 14.
Damn.
14.
Okay, I got one. I got a funny story.
My homie fucked with Bone Thugs heavy.
Yeah.
And I did too, but like, and it was his birthday coming up, and I had some spare change, and the tickets went up, and I live close to downtown, so I was like, man, we should probably go. And then we had the weekend off, or like my parents weren't home, and I was like, man, let's go see Bone Thugs.
So it was a hip hop show.
Yeah, it was a hip hop show. Yeah.
Did they? What was the? Do you remember the first live band show? Like that you can kind of.
The first live band. That's a
like
good question.
With drums, guitarists, like everything. You know what I'm saying?
Full rhythm. I'm trying to think.
Maybe it was a festival or something.
Nah, it was in Houston for sure.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think my dad took me to go see the Eagles, maybe.
Oh, nice.
But again, it was like their legacy tour.
Yeah,
I fucks with the Eagles heavy. Joe Walsh
my
all
brother
day.
fucks with the Eagles.
Yeah, Joe. I like Joe Walsh more than I like the whole full band. And
he also listens to a lot of Motley Crue, which is weird to me because growing up, we never listened to the '80s stuff. But when he got older, like I guess I never listened to the
hair metal's fun, dude.
Yeah, like I just never did. Like that was like the generation that like I just didn't either like. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I just never really like fell in love with it.
So you want to know?
Guns N' Roses. The first year was the first sort of like the only one I can think of that kind of carried over. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well, and they were the pinnacle of hair metal, essentially.
Yeah,
right?
At the beginning they were, and then they kind of went into this thing.
I like referencing hair metal when I talk about certain politics sometimes because and I don't want to stay on this, but like, you know how some people will get into this whole like especially on the right, like MAGA, would get into this whole like, trans and guys can't be girls or whatever this and that. I always reference this.
Who you listening to?
I'm like, y'all are the guys that whenever in the '80s was happening was dressing like Motley Crue.
Yeah, Motley Crue.
And with tight pants and like in the tank tops and this and that. Yeah. I'm like, so shut the fuck up. Chill, dog. Chill, dog. Because like in the '80s, the pinnacle of what all the girls wanted was Kiss and was guys in lipstick and eyeliner and hair like all crazy. And you would think at this point now it's just a drag queen.
That's funny.
Like, you know what I mean?
Hilarious.
But anyway.
Billy, I don't want to keep you. We're already getting close. You good? Okay. So, funny story. So, like, I'm a kid. I'm probably like 11 or 12. You remember MC Hammer?
Yeah. Okay.
So, that album came out. Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I listened to MC Hammer, Bobby Brown, Janet Jackson, Paula Abdul. Like, I had a mix of shit. Yeah. And my first concert, my uncle was going to take me and my brother to go see MC Hammer at the Memorial Coliseum in Corpus Christi, Texas. So excited. So I think I might have had parachute pants at one time. I can't even remember. You know, I'm just a chubby ass kid who just listened to all this music. Super hype. We got the tickets. I'm fucking so excited. Day of the concert, my uncle was like, dude, he canceled. It's like, no! Like, and I'm like probably 10, 11, or 12. I can't remember. But like, heartbroken. I fucking loved MC Hammer. Fast forward like fucking 10 years or whatever, or like, I don't know, fast forward to 1999. My uncle takes us to Ozfest in San Antonio. Ozfest 99, right? Me and my brother took us out of school, or like we went, it was like, oh shit, we're gonna go to this metal fest. I'm kind of a metalhead too, so like I got a good mix of music. I love metal. And so the first live band I see, I'm walking into Ozfest. I think I'm like 16, 17 years old. I can't remember. But and at Ozfest started like at fucking 11 a.m. or 10 a or 12 a.m. and went all night, right? And so we get there early, and we're walking to the stage, and we see these fucking guys in orange jumpsuits. This is the first band I see. Mask, fucking Slipknot playing on a small ass little stage on the side of Ozfest, like the main stage. It was their first. They were one of the first bands that played. Yeah. And the first live fucking band I see is Slipknot, and I'm just like, holy shit, this is amazing. So like, yeah, that was like my first official like live concert.
Yeah, Slipknot goes hard.
Yeah, dude, at that time, yeah. I mean, they still go hard.
Slipknot
like
goes
they've
hard,
been still, and they're still touring and stuff. Like I was also in high school when they came out, so like I was heavy into Slipknot. And then I just kind of got out of it as I got older, and then I went to see them play a year or two ago here, and I was blown away at their show. Like, I mean, they're still bringing it. They're still bringing it. So that was kind of cool. But that was my first concert, man. Fucking first official. Unless you count like seeing Intocable and like Bobby Pulido and all of these Tejano
Bobby
bands.
Pulido's running for Senate.
He is running for Senate.
Shout out to Bobby.
Yeah, shout out to Bobby Pulido. But like I saw all those, but like they always played in Corpus. So like I used to see all those. I used to remember seeing Intocable like a dozen times for like $20 in Corpus. You know what I mean? So. But anyways.
How do you feel about Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl?
I'm fucking here for it, bro. This is fucking awesome. I love it. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too, dude.
I'm so excited. I think it's huge, dude. I think it's huge. I'm really excited.
I'm excited, dude.
Super.
I mean, I saw the uproar online after it got announced, and I'm like,
it's whatever.
He's gonna cry. Y'all are gonna cry.
He's American.
Hey, talk to him.
He's American.
Hey, there's a lot of people that didn't know Puerto Rico was an American territory.
Bro, like they had Gloria Estefan, J-Lo, Shakira already perform at the Super Bowl. Whatever. You know what? Watch the Puppy Bowl. Like, if you don't want to watch it, just all you got to do is this.
Just turn it. Just boom. But shout out to Benito, dude.
Bro.
Shout out to Benito.
Shout out to Benito, bro. I'm so excited, dude. I think it's fucking awesome.
You know what I really like is that
I think it's awesome.
So as much as like you can consume everything all at once now, you really got to be plugged into a lot of subcultures to see what that subculture is really about. And that's the same everywhere, right? So like if you're into hip hop, you can go into the hip hop sphere and like you can get like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of cool stuff happening in the hip hop environment, right? And then the really great part that I've been seeing online with all the stuff that I watch is that there's a lot of people in the hip hop black community that are not plugged into what Bad Bunny can do. Yeah. That are now looking over and they're taking a peek and they're like no,
yo,
bro. Like
shit goes hard.
First of all, we thought we were doing numbers. Bad Bunny's doing numbers.
What was I saying? I was saying this to my friend. I was like, you know, like one, he's a U.S. citizen, born in America. Two, he's also like living the fucking American dream.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, I don't know what anybody's mad about that. Like, like I get it. I get the language barrier, but listen to it. You might fucking start bobbing your head a little bit. You might appreciate it.
You will.
Like, he's living the dream, dude. He's living the whole goal of what America was founded on, and he's fucking doing it. Like, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I seen a whole bunch of people in the hip hop side. They'd be like, bro, have you been in the club when Bad Bunny comes on? Because the way these girls will go up, will like it might as well be the 90s again. Yeah. That's what they've said, and I'm just like, yeah. Like Bad Bunny be doing numbers out here, dude.
I was going to school in Houston. I moved there. Me and my wife lived there for like 2 years just for school in 2016. And that's when I was exposed to like Bad Bunny, like 2016 when fucking Chambea, right?
Yeah,
all that shit.
Yeah.
And like, and cause that, the H-Town radio stations are the bomb. They're the fucking bomb. So like you get to like, they're just better. They're just, let's just put it out. They're better.
And the nightlife is better too.
Yeah, it's just better. It's better. So like, yeah, to see the growth, like, yeah, dude, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be fucking dope, dude. And I'm curious to see if he doesn't need to, but if he wants to bring some people out, I'm curious to see who he decides to like bring out for the show.
Do you have predictions?
I don't, man. I don't. I think he could do it on his own.
I think with all the backlash, I think it's just gonna be Puerto Rico heavy. I think it's gonna be like Daddy Yankee.
I think it's gonna be, it would be so dope to like.
I think it's gonna be Puerto Rico
those guys.
Heavy,
any of those and girls. Like he has an opportunity.
And he's super political, so I think he'll figure out a way to get like, like people that had to survive Hurricane Maria on stage and like all these. You know what I mean? Like I think he's gonna.
We're gonna
see
him.
There.
We're gonna see him in Mexico City in December. So that I'm excited to see him.
Fire over there, dude.
Yeah, he's playing like 3 or 4 shows in a row, taking like 2 days off, playing another 3 or 4.
I'm telling you, dude.
So I'm excited.
I watched the Amazon.
Dude, wasn't it awesome?
Oh,
I did.
My God,
the storytelling,
so good.
The storytelling at the beginning,
the conga players,
dude, fucking amazing. Watch it, bro. Just anybody out there, if you have no idea like what's going on. It's on Amazon. Take fucking 10 minutes of your time and just hit play. Yeah. Like, you've got to, there's something in the storytelling that I think everybody can appreciate.
100%.
And I think 100%. That's what's important. And I think people forget about that shit.
And this is like a music history thing. When I watched the Bad Bunny thing and he has the live conga players and the dancers and stuff like that, right? Yeah. It makes it so evident for me. When the slave trade was happening and was going through the Caribbean, you can tell that African culture, African music got off of the boat and made a home in the islands. Because like there's some stuff that was happening on that show that I'm like, that is directly derivative from Africa.
I love that.
And the fact that it made a home and it made something new and this through struggle and pain and I'm like, bro, like this is so incredible to watch.
What did they like? Yeah, I don't know how much time we got. We've been
no worries.
chopping it up.
I just keep getting texts, so I'm like, people are trying to.
But yeah, no, I think overall, I think it's going to be exciting. I think what I don't think it will happen, but I hope that, you know, the somebody in government doesn't like start some shit to kind of like not make it happen. You know, like I would hate to see that, but.
Well, it annoys me that they were already talking about like ICE is gonna be at the fucking. I'm like, dog, can you just like, y'all are so rage baity. It's not even. It's not like y'all are so corny, dude.
Yeah.
My take is that he deserves it, and that like, you know, the NFL is trying to the NFL is trying to grab an international audience because they've squeezed out everything they can squeeze out of America. So that's why they keep playing in Brazil and England and like all these places, right? They're trying to make American football into like a global audience. Bad Bunny is a global artist.
The most fucking popular 100%. Artist in the world right
100%.
Now. Like, yeah.
100%. And the appeal for me is that the everything that you said, he's an American citizen. He's the you know the American dream. And the thing that I love about that, I mean, I was partying this past weekend with a couple friends of mine here in Austin, and we ended up at Latin clubs, obviously.
Yeah.
And bro, what hip hop is missing right now, what people say that hip hop is missing right now when it comes to like the music, as opposed to the 90s, is that when you went to a house party or when you went to the club in like the 90s, early 2000s,
that's all you hear.
You would go to the club. They would play the hip hop and everybody was dancing. Everybody was vibe. You can't go to a hip hop club right now and do that. But if you go to Latin clubs and Bad Bunny comes out, it feels like you're back into that space.
Yeah, there's not really any clubs anymore, right?
It feels like I mean, we were partying right here on E6, and it was like. It feels like how it used to feel like the way that you would watch like the music videos in hip hop, where like everybody was dancing. Having a good time. When you saw you know some fine ass honey over there, and you're like, yo, let me go holler, and it's the vibes or whatever, blah blah. Like this, that's what it feels like in the Latin community when it comes to like our outings, our nightlife, or this and that. I mean, and like for lack of a better term, like. It's community. Like you go out there and you're like, man, I feel like I'm part of something. I'm letting loose. And in this world currently right now, bro, like we need that more than ever.
Need that more than ever.
For sure, dude.
For sure.
Do you have any more musical hot takes, bro? This is good. I haven't had a good music conversation in a minute.
I'm enjoying this. Like I mean, don't get me wrong. I love talking about the gym, but I love talking about music and shit. Like it's like I do think hip hop needed the beef. I do think hip hop needed the Kendrick and Drake. I think Drake chose the wrong one.
For sure.
I mean, like, I fuck with Drake. Dude, banger after banger after banger, like club bangers all day. But like he just picked the wrong one. You don't do that.
Sure. Did you see clips of Kendrick's performance in Mexico City and Brazil?
Yes, he broke the records. We saw him in Vegas in July or something. Like, but
incredible, right?
And it's incredible. Like that's where Bad Bunny's playing at that place where Kendrick, like, dude, it's incredible. Everybody's
Bad Bunny's gonna pack it out probably more than he can.
I think so.
But Kendrick, but like the fact that people were pulling up in Brazil, I saw him in Sao Paulo.
Wow.
No, sorry, I didn't see him. I saw the clips of him in Sao Paulo. They had like drone shots of him in Sao Paulo and Brazil and shit.
Yeah,
it is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, Kenny.
Yeah,
K-Dot.
Dude, I think hip hop needed that.
Yeah.
I fuck with fucking.
And he's so he's so authentic.
But he's a lyricist.
His integrity is right there.
You know, you're poking a lyricist, bro. You're poking a
Compton. You had the wrong one.
Yeah, it just didn't pan out. It didn't work out. But what else? No, I ain't got anything else. I mean, like I think this conversation's been good. I don't know what to. I don't have any other hot takes.
What do you have going on in the like? How are you gonna round out this year, dude?
I don't know, man. I mean, switching back to the gym topics, we just celebrated 5 years.
Congratulations, though. By the way, I was at the
You're at the Pachanga.
Bro,
I got lit, bro.
Yeah, dude, it was fun,
bro. I think
it was fun.
You were lit too. A lot of y'all, I saw y'all out there. Whoever was at the Pachanga, y'all got lit, bro. Yeah, I was lit. But anyway,
it was after the Pachanga that we went out to East to E6.
Yeah.
And then we just kept going. So it was a nice vibe.
So we had the Pachanga on Saturday, and then I flew out to Vegas on Tuesday. was there 2 nights, and I got back last night. So like my body needs, I need a
rest,
Bible
dude.
in
Hydrate.
my life, bro. Like I need to
hydrate. How was Vegas?
Vegas was awesome. I love Vegas.
Do you go to Vegas often?
Yeah, I go to Vegas a lot.
I can't go to Vegas because
I go to Vegas a lot. Get my gambling bug out of my system and just eat good.
What do you like to play?
I like to roll craps. I like to roll dice. I like to play blackjack.
I like craps more
when
than anything.
When I was younger, in like my 20s, I was real into Hold'em. Not so much now, like Texas Hold'em. Now I just like rolling dice. But
I like craps a lot.
Yeah, I love craps.
I'll stay at the craps table for hours.
Same. Like that's my game. Like that's what I really enjoy doing.
18 hours, I'll be there.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Yeah. So we just went. We got back. But anyways, the pachanga was great. For anybody that went, appreciate y'all's love and support. Celebrated 5 years. Time's flown by so fast. We're gonna be expanding again, and when I say expanding, we're about to make announcements on it. But like, we need more room. I think we're gonna expand again. And when I say expand, we're basically gonna be making the inside of our gym bigger. So we're gonna be like taking some walls down and just opening up the space a little bit more.
Got it. You're leasing here, right? This isn't yours?
Dude, no, this fucking property is prime real estate. It's also worth about 40-50 million. I ain't got money like that. But we have a really good relationship with our landlords. And for those of y'all that don't know, that are running a business and are leasing it, or anybody that's not even doing that, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it can, like the landlord, the owner can sell this land immediately. It don't matter. It is what it is. And so we're always looking at plan Bs and
do you get worried about that? Because I
think about it all the time. But like,
you also have so much land.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, all right, we have a solid relationship with our landlord. He's allowing me to green lighted me some things that I've been working on for years. To like, I want to bring in food trucks here, and he's now finally allowing me to do that. So that's gonna be exciting.
You do have the space.
We have a lot of space, but
I don't know
it's also
about zoning,
not mine.
how you can actually expand the building. I don't know what that would look like.
Yeah, I think we're good. I don't think in regards to building out more of the building. I think every time I say that we're good, and 6 to 8 months later, I'm like, fuck, we need to get bigger. Like, it's just wild. But
congrats, dude.
Thanks, man. I mean, I have an amazing team. I owe a lot to my team, my GMs, my trainers, my staff. Like, they're amazing people. The community is super supportive of everything that we do. Like, that every time we have our pachanga, like, that's our 1 year where we can give back to our community that supported us. Yeah, man, it's a special place, and I never expected anything like this, ever. And I'm just blessed, dude. I'm blessed, and I don't take it for granted. None of us take it for granted. We're going to continue to do what we do and continue to try and get bigger as we go. And, like, we're surrounded by dope-ass art that was done by all of my homies. So, like, that's all I want to keep doing, that is just do dope shit with my friends, And as long as I always say, like, as long as we're having fun, then we're good. Like, I want all of us to just continue to try to have fun and do fun stuff. So
then what are the plans? You're going to get some food trucks out here?
Yeah. I think we're going to...
permanent food trucks? Or just like rotate them out?
I want to bring in some food trucks. If anybody's interested or looking to start a business, like, this would be a great one. We're constantly busy. Hit me up in the DMs. That's a project that I'm working on. We're going to be expanding the gym again. We're going to be rolling out a lot of new merch, like normal stuff. But I think the biggest ones are the expansion, and, like, I want to bring in some food trucks here. Nice. I think that's going to be really, really dope. And continue to support the community as well. We've got... we're doing like a big turkey giveaway for the East Side in November. We're doing our potluck in November. We're having a badass Halloween drop for Halloween. Yeah, man, just grinding.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah, having fun while we do it. So that's dope. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate you having me back.
Nah, for sure, dude. We had to run it back.
I know.
We had to run it back.
Dude, I'm always here. I love it. Especially, it's also a breath of fresh air. Not that I don't love talking about the gym, but it's nice to just like talk about shit.
Whatever.
Like talk about.
And that's what we're about.
Yeah,
I love it. Because like I try my best on the pod to make sure that we are.
It's a good balance.
Like, it's a good balance, right?
It's a good balance.
I've got an interview in the works. I've said this before on podcasts, so it's not new. But and they've already confirmed. We're just trying to figure out a way, like the best time to do it. But I've got an interview set up with James Tellerico is, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not with him, but James Tellerico is running for Senate. So his House seat 50 here in Austin is up for grabs. And Katie, she's a lawyer, an immigration lawyer. Her and I,
that'll be a good one.
Her and I have had already had an interview scheduled about how to handle yourself with immigration, like stuff like that. It was really important to me, really important for our community. So I was like, yo, let's make it happen. The day that we were supposed to do the interview, she announced her she announced her run for House Seat 50. So now because of the campaign, we've had to move it around or whatever. But her and I are gonna sit down and we're gonna talk like an immigration conversation, overall politics in the country or whatever, blah blah blah. So I try my best to make sure that we're getting in some real life important conversations that need to be having. That need to be had. I just did a panel in Dallas about mental health in the Hispanic community. Yeah. So I try my best to we're gonna talk about some good shit.
You do a good job.
But then also I want to have we're just gonna fuck around for a little bit, and you're gonna come
in. It's nice for me to also be in the hot seat and really because I know the gym like the back of my hand. Right? I can easily talk about certain subjects in regards to the business and the gym. So I I get to turn my
I want to be
a different switch on my brain. You know what I mean?
I want people to constantly get surprised.
Yeah.
I want people to show up and watch our stuff and be like. I mean, it's cool that they talked about that. They talked about that a little bit, and then all of a sudden change back and be like, bro, he got the person that's running for the House seat to pull up, cool. And then oh man, now they're talking about mental health, but also then they're laugh, being playful about whatever about dating
so
or about this and that.
It's a good balance.
So that's really important to me because I feel if I just stay on the politics side. Or in that kind of, because of our what's going on in this country right now, I feel I'll get burned out. I feel I won't even give it a year's time, and I'll be depressed probably.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? So I wanna, and plus it's people throughout their day want variety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree. 100%.
I want to be able to sit down and have a conversation with somebody and just talk shit about music, or sit down and be like, how's dating out right now? You know what I mean? I'm single, so I'll tell you from my perspective, what's it like, or what's the good thing? You know what I mean?
It's nice.
And there's a lot of conversations to be had. So I try my best to balance it out, and I also try my best to have people on that I fuck with.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Because that to me is if we can't sit in front of each other and vibe, then nobody's gonna want to watch it.
And I think people out there can see it, they can feel it, they can be like, oh,
these fuckers again.
Yeah. And I think it can get, for me, I think about, the story. I'm not gonna say the story's not important. The story's everything. But most people, if they've seen me on a podcast, they probably know the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's nice to give them a different sort of side of my personality.
Yeah, bro.
Talk about music, talk about a little bit about politics, talk about whatever. Talk about Austin, talk about food. I love movies too. We need to run it back. We can talk shit about all sorts
whenever
of
you
stuff.
Want, dude. Whenever you want. We could run it back. Actually, it's funny that you say that because I just started working. We're in the early stages. We're trying to put together a segment on the channel about talking about movies and specifically not doing your movie review. Here's your Sinners movie review. This is what I thought. We could do a little bit of that, but I also wanted to run it back and be bro, let's get a 2-hour episode where we talk about Leonardo DiCaprio's catalog and we just rank rank movies.
I could probably talk 80% of my life through movie quotes. I'm not even kidding.
You know what I mean? But I wanted to do fun shit like that.
Yeah.
It'll be today we're gonna look at Leo's
that's cool.
IMDb, and then we're just gonna.
I'm sorry, we're gonna keep talking, right?
Yeah. I'm about to.
Yeah, I want to see the new one. The new one that came out.
So but I want to do that, or
that's
with
cool.
directors. Let's get Christopher Nolan's this guy, and then just not discography, but filmography, and let's talk about which ones would be let's rank them.
Because I watch movies.
Yeah, me too.
All the fucking time.
Me too. And the person that I love to do that with you.
Let's do it. I'm down.
But then I also have a friend of mine who she loves old school movies. I'm talking about Elizabeth Taylor.
Old school.
She knows
40s, 50s,
all the
60s.
Marilyn Monroe, black and white.
Yeah.
It's
wow.
She is
cool.
nerdy about that shit. So I also want because I'm a big nerd about all that.
Yeah.
I'm I want it to be authentic. So if I can get people on that really know what they're talking about, maybe I'll miss the general public, the general pop culture, y'all are talking about fucking Casablanca, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But to the people that really fuck with that, I also want to throw a little something to them too. You know what I mean? Even if it doesn't get a giant amount of views, I want people to come back and be like, oh yeah, they talked about this, they talked about that. You know what I mean?
Dude,
so if you're down, let's do it.
I'm down to talk about movies, bro. And I fucking love movies.
Let's set it up.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Let's do it.
Because I like, dude. Yeah, movies is my shit. I love going to the movies. I love watching movies. I
do too. Me and my pops used to go to the movies like
every top 5 are very quotable movies that I use pretty much daily.
Let's end it with that. What are your top 5 movies of all time?
It's a mix. So I am a big fan. Top 5 ones that come to mind: Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Cool.
Bull Durham.
Okay.
Coming to America.
Oh, so you're like very specific. Yeah, these are cult classics, dude.
Yeah, Coming to America. I love Big Lebowski.
So the Coen brothers, yeah.
Yeah, the Coen brothers. Man, there's a lot. It alternates. Like I have like a 7 or 8.
That's so funny.
But probably my favorite number 1 movie. Number 1, La Bamba. Fucking love.
Damn, you got like some very specific like cult classes.
Blood In, Blood Out. Dude, Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Like, you know, all like
I don't have as many hot takes. Although I have some, but I have some things about like there's some movies that I haven't seen that people will crucify me for.
Oh.
And I'm like waiting. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see it.
Yeah.
Because it's a classic, but I'm gonna give it the time. But
those are just like ones that immediately. My top 5 always adjust a little bit, but the ones that are consistent up there.
Do you watch shows too, or just movies?
I watch shows. But like I've watched like, you know, Sopranos is up there for like classics. Shows. Breaking Bad's up there for shows, like The Office. I fucking love.
Hot take.
Go.
I think Ozark is better than Breaking Bad.
That
could be the episode. That could be the next episode.
Ozarks is good. I don't know shit about fuck. Remember that? Dude, Ozarks is good,
bro. Here's the reason
better
why.
Than Breaking
no.
Bad,
Watch.
dude.
Listen to me. It's.
Dude, but the acting alone. Oh,
Watch. I'm gonna leave it right here.
Okay, leave it right here.
No. I'm gonna give you my top 5 also, but I'm gonna do this.
Yes.
Breaking Bad, Orange, Ozark, Blue. All blue. Like it almost the entire thing. It's just they're dichotomies.
Yep.
Same characters.
Orange and blue. Yeah.
Main protagonist that is like at a crossroads or whatever. Right? Wife that is morally ambiguous. Yeah. That is like crazy. They have a son. They have a daughter. Right. Okay. But all of the things that got in the way of Walter White in Breaking Bad, they fixed in Ozark. So like his cancer was gonna kill him, and he never died. Right?
Never died.
They didn't give him cancer. Instead, they gave him a solution he had to get out of. Right?
Okay.
But then in his solution, you realized he was a genius, as opposed to like he was a genius and you never knew if he was gonna die ever. Right? So it's like a elephant in the room. All of Breaking Bad. Like I thought you had cancer, dog. Like I thought you was finna rock it out already. Right? The son is special needs, but he's very important. You know character. The son over here is more like autistic.
Yeah.
Right?
Very
similarities. But he's also like borderline genius and carrying on dad's tradition. Skyler in Breaking Bad was in a lot of ways a super annoying character because she always got in Walter's way. Like she never wanted to play ball. And the wife in Ozark hated it, but she was just as much of a badass. She started off that way. Oh my God, I can't believe you would do this, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually you realize she was in some ways better than him. Dude, and she could be utilized better than him.
The season ending where they shot the lawyer.
Yeah.
Or it was either the opening or it was an ending.
No, it was the ending because Run the Jewels came out right after that.
Bro,
like, it was like,
that
boom,
was like... Okay, all right, yeah. But they came out after, so maybe they were able to fix it.
Oh, no, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, 100%.
Yeah.
Jesse Pinkman, crazy, sporadic, you know what I mean? But also Ruth Langmore, the same.
Very similar.
You know what I mean? No, it's the same. It's exactly the same, just a different location, so it's a different aesthetic.
Exact same.
But the characters are refined in a way where you really get you get what you wanted to happen in Breaking Bad.
I think I really liked the bad guys in Breaking Bad a little bit more than the Ozarks.
Yeah, because we relate to them more.
I think those characters
because like Salamanca was like much more like like you know what I mean. But like in Ozark, you had a little bit of the cartel, but it was more like corporate cartel.
Yeah,
it was more like how the cartels. When they become capitalist, not whenever they're so down to in el rancho. You know what I mean?
Man, damn, we can like Landman. Did you watch Landman? Did you watch what's the other one? The one that's out in the ranch in Montana, Yellowstone.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either. I watched 1925 though.
Good.
That was so
solid.
Good.
So like, Yeah.
1925 was so good.
Dude, Yellowstone was amazing. Landman was amazing. Like, okay. Wait, top 5 movies. Go.
Okay, my top
Or
5 movies, no particular order.
No particular order.
Friday.
Ooh, good
Friday.
one. Classic.
Classic, yeah.
We're making the last one.
I know.
I'm making the last one.
I don't know if I'm going to go for it, but like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But like Friday, classic. V for Vendetta. I fuck with V for Vendetta heavy, dude.
Haven't seen that since it came out, so it's been. I can't even tell you this.
V for Vendetta is so good. I'm trying to think. I really like the first Matrix.
Ooh, yes.
So like,
classic.
I'm 10 years younger than you.
Yeah,
So
no,
like,
but this is a good.
You know what I mean? Like,
this is like the good.
So like
difference.
these were
It's a decade of difference. in regards
So like
to,
the first time I saw the Matrix in the movies. So when you got that slow mo.
Oh, dude,
like,
it was amazing.
We're in a different world.
It was amazing.
We're like completely, and then it was conceptual and like super
dude.
high.
Okay,
So like, first Matrix is like a big core memory of mine with my pops. Let me see.
Those are good ones. Those are all good ones.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to like tug at like what like I don't think they're the best movies that have ever been. Like, I think there's been movies that I'm like, man, that's an artistic masterpiece. Yeah. But like, in terms of like my like what I will go to for comfort.
Yeah.
Those are like the 3 right there. Let me see. I'm trying to like be a little bit more wide ranging here. I really like the Pride and Prejudice. It's kind of like a more
serious.
more serious. I like Pride and Prejudice. I think they did a good job in that iteration. And then what's my? Let me see. Let me try to see if I can shock people.
Yeah, you're making me think of more. You're making me think of like Anchorman.
Yeah,
you're making me think of like the Goonies. I grew up watching the Goonies. You're making me think of all these.
Yeah. And I think I will say no. I'll keep it easy. The Sandlot.
Oh, classic. Yes. Sandlot is probably in my top 10, right? It's a classic, but like it's never up there in the 5 for me. But
the only reason I say that is because it just I don't think it's like all of a sudden like the best movie in the world.
Yeah.
But it just encapsulates what our summers was like.
Yeah.
And like when I think back, and people like, especially nowadays, like people don't realize like our summers were like that. You would leave at 9 a.m. Yeah. You wouldn't come back till 6, 7 p.m.
We were outside.
We were out there with our friends acting up.
We didn't have cell phones. We were outside. Like,
you know
Mom,
what I mean?
get home before this fucking street light comes in.
For sure.
And you'd get scared. It's nighttime. Fucking running home.
For sure.
But one that creeps up in there. Because I'm a big baseball fan. There's Major League's up there. I don't know if you ever seen Major League.
Okay, yeah.
You ever seen Major League?
I think I maybe saw it once.
That one creeps up there in the top 5 every now and again. Bro, yeah, we need to talk about movies, bro. I love movies, dude.
And then in terms of like artistic, where I'm just like, man, that was a fucking such a incredible thing to see.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, like as an artist.
Yeah.
Right.
Which one?
Honorable mentions. Moonlight. Have you seen Moonlight?
Is that the? Yeah, that's the one with.
It's more recent.
No, maybe I haven't.
Moonlight. Yeah. It's like
these are all movies I'll probably see.
It's like a coming of age story. It's the guy. It says this black guy. They show like it's like a.
Yeah, the cover is a car with Daniel. Is Daniel Craig in it? Or no?
No.
Oh,
Moonlight is it's a black guy that's the protagonist, but it's like three points in his life: when he's young, when he's a teenager, and when he's older.
Okay.
And it's a very serious movie, but like artistically, the way they filmed it, like just film wise, like cinematic wise, gorgeous.
Nice.
Gorgeous movie. So honorable mention Moonlight, and let me see. I just saw. Oh my god, I'm blanking out on this movie. It was the one with Adrian Brody.
Brody?
Adrian
The
Brody.
Pianist?
No, it's
Dude,
the
Pianist is good
that one's good too, but it just came out. It just came out like a year ago.
It won the Academy Award.
Yeah.
It's what was it called?
It's like The Fugitive or something like that.
Something like that.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
You know,
I haven't seen it yet, but I know it won all the awards. And man, what's it called? I can picture the.
It's called like. It has something to do with travel because it's like in Europe or whatever. Anyway.
Let's run it back.
It's gorgeous.
You need to watch it.
It's long, but it's gorgeous.
Dude, I thought Sinners was a beautiful.
Sinners was beautiful. Shout out to
what's his name?
Oh my god, I'm blanking out.
Compton. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I loved watching the film and the switch up from.
Yeah, man.
Oh, dude, I love.
They need to give him a Blade.
Ooh, yeah.
They need to make him do Blade.
Yeah, those are all of the Marvel and stuff. Love them. They're entertaining for me. They're not like amazing movies, but they're super entertaining.
Yeah,
entertaining.
Yeah, if they give him Blade, I think it'd be fucking crazy,
right? That'd be nuts.
Because Mahershala Ali with Ryan Coogler, with Ryan.
Yeah, dude, that'd be crazy.
And you know, Ryan's gonna make it more like modern.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So he's gonna have like that original Wesley Snipes aesthetic. I recently saw Blade 2 the other day, and
dude, me too. I recently saw Blade 1. It was like streaming. I was at like maybe like 2 weeks ago. I was like, let me watch all the Blades.
I saw Blade 2. It was so good, dude.
The Blade 2 is when they brought those other characters in. So right?
Like, it came out around the same time as that whole steampunk era was crazy.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
Everything was like leather, underground, metal, noir.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
So like, and because the Matrix had that too. The Matrix had like where everything was like green and like underground, like German
and then
clubs.
What's his name played that character? The guy that played like the devil or like with the big. What's his name? He played Sons of Anarchy. The dad. The husband.
Oh, Hellboy?
Yeah, Hellboy.
Yeah.
The guy was in Blade 2. You know, he played that with the fucking explosive in the back of his head. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's good shit.
Yeah, man. We need to sit down and talk about movies, dude. Let's do it, dude. Yeah. For that, you can come to my studio. That way it's a lot easier.
I'm down.
Bro.
And I would love to because I fucking love movies. I love watching them.
Let's do it. Do it. All right, man. Well, Daniel,
thank you.
Pleasure to be here.
Hope y'all enjoyed this. I know we were talking about all sorts of shit.
Why not? You're gonna enjoy it because we're fucking badass. That's why.
Hell yeah. And we'll probably let's do it like I don't know when we'll do it, but like maybe it'll be after the Super Bowl or maybe before. So like we'll have we can talk about like the Bad Bunny.
Sure, man. If you want to make it, we can make this a regular thing. Especially at the studio because everything's already set up.
Dude, I would love to.
So all you have to do is like sit, like.
If we're there to talk about movies and shows, let's
go. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's set it up.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I didn't even do an intro to this to this episode, but the Degenerates, please make sure you go like, share, subscribe. We are completely self-funded, so everything that you're seeing, we do on our own. We don't have sponsors. We don't do it primarily because you guys don't watch us enough, so that's a problem, right? So y'all need to go and fix that. But even if we did, we are still 100% self-funded. Everything that we do is
up.
Yeah. Let's go.
C-Bum, come on.
Let's go, bro. So we appreciate you in advance. If you are already a member or a subscriber, we thank you. Leave us a comment if you like it. Leave us a comment if you don't like it. We're gonna read the first one, but we won't care about the second one. But do it anyway because it'll be fun. Until then, see you guys later. Peace.
Later, guys.